Now, Channel 3 early warning weather with meteorologist Mark Dixon.
We'll have much more on Hurricane Dorian in just a moment, as it has weakened to a Category 2 storm, but the size is actually growing. We're talking about hurricane force winds now extending outward from the center to 60 miles and tropical storm force winds outward 175 miles. So more on that again in just a moment. But here in Connecticut on this Tuesday, we're enjoying beautiful weather. Temperatures here in the noon hour from the upper 60s and low 70s in the Northwest Hills to mid 70s elsewhere inland, and close to 80 for some spots along the Connecticut shoreline. We do have winds that are becoming more onshore along the 95 corridor. Elsewhere inland, we do have a wind out of the northeast, about 3 to 8 miles an hour, and dew point values that are now in the low and mid 60s, if not upper 50s still in some locations. So a little bit of an uptick in humidity as the winds become more southwesterly this afternoon, and more so for tomorrow in advance of a cold front that eventually will bring the threat for some rain and some thunders. But in the meantime, let's enjoy what we've got. A beautiful scene from our ICAM view in Hartford, looking east over the Connecticut River. As well, nice scene coming in from New Haven, really border to border, looking quite nice, and as well from New London, looking good as well, with a lot of blue sky out there this afternoon. So upper 70s and low 80s should do it for high temperatures inland. Same for the shoreline. Our average high is 79, so running perhaps a degree or two above average for this time of year. An early warning pinpoint Doppler, it is scanning clear and dry, and it will do so for the rest of our Tuesday. So throughout the Northeast, pretty quiet right now. The storm system that brought the wet weather and some thunderstorms to parts of the state late yesterday is now well offshore. High pressure and control for now moves offshore. So on the back side of that, we get that southwesterly flow that will bring in that muggier air mass, and then the cold front that we're tracking across the upper Midwest heads in our direction, crossing Connecticut and southern New England later tomorrow afternoon and evening. So of course, watching very closely as well Dorian, as it eventually makes its way from Florida, clipping the coast of the Carolinas as we head through the next 24, 48 to 72 hours. So again, back here in Connecticut, as that front approaches and moves through tomorrow, could touch off a strong thunderstorm or two. We'll be monitoring that situation for you. Here's how things time out on Futurecast at noon today, showing a good amount of sunshine. We'll say partly to mostly sunny, certainly dry all across the state. And then as we head into the overnight time frame, we'll see a bit of an increase in cloud cover with that developing southerly flow, perhaps some patchy fog to start our Wednesday, and then tomorrow afternoon, watching a developing line of rain with potentially some thunderstorms pushing into southern New England 4, 5, 6 o'clock for our Wednesday evening. Okay, back to Dorian now. It is making its way very much toward the west, but only northwest at around 2 miles an hour now, away from the Bahamas and toward the east coast of Florida. But it is forecast to take a turn to the north, paralleling the coast as we head through the rest of today and tonight, and then turn to the northeast, clipping the coast of, say, South Carolina, then eventually North Carolina, and then it heads out to sea from there as we head Friday into Saturday. So the center of the storm staying well offshore from us here in southern New England, but want to show you the probability of tropical storm force winds as they're going to be making their way off the coast. See those shades of green? We're on the back side of that. So eastern Connecticut, coastal southeast Connecticut could get into like a breezier situation as we head Friday into Saturday. But for the most part, the strongest of the winds stay offshore, and will likely, with our latest computer models, stay dry here in Connecticut. But we've got those rain chances in there on the 7-day forecast for now for Friday. But it looks like most of our models keep that wet weather offshore. For the upcoming weekend, 79 on Saturday, 72 a little bit cooler on Sunday, but looking great as we head into the the first unofficial weekend of the unofficial fall, right, since we're past Labor Day. Yeah. So we're looking good, dry for Saturday and Sunday as of now.